Tonight on DC News Now, restrictions in 4 busy DC neighborhoods this weekend. The new curfew zones now in effect for kids.
And for the first full weekend of spring, we're tracking warmer temperatures, drying things out for your Saturday, and then even warmer as we look ahead towards Sunday. More on that coming up in just a few minutes.
A beautiful start to the National Cherry Blossom Festival. We're talking all things pink, continuing into the weekend.
And later, hard questions for DC police. Neighbors pressing for answers following a wild shootout on their street.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And right now, no kids allowed in 4 curfew zones in the district. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 10. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Susan Tran. The restrictions on large groups of teens gathering started 2 hours ago at 8, banning them from the Wharf, Navy Yard, Chinatown, and the U Street corridor. Police are really hoping to avoid a repeat of last weekend in the Navy Yard when hundreds of teens were causing so much chaos.
DC News Now's Yamari Sase is live in Chinatown. And Yamari, there's already a really big police presence there.
Yeah, well, Chinatown is one of those areas where the extended curfew is in effect, especially tonight. Now, we've seen several police cars around the area, although there is a game going on as well. They are here also for the extended juvenile curfew. Now, the reason for this is they've seen a large group of young people gathering, sometimes leading to fights, chaos, and safety concerns, and now they're expanding those zones. Now, the goal is to prevent teens from being out in large groups after dark and prevent safety concerns. Last weekend, there was a video online showing a large group of teens in Navy Yard where there were gunshots and 2 teens arrested. Now police are extending that juvenile curfew for Chinatown, the Wharf, Navy Yard, and U Street. And all 4 zones will be in effect from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. up until Sunday. Now, during that time, anyone under 18 is not allowed to gather in groups of 9 or more unless they're taking part in approved activities. Now, some people do feel as though parents also need to be held accountable for their kids.
Home, or instead it should be somewhere stationed, not just out and about in the streets and stuff like that in this big area. It's just too much.
Last weekend we saw what happened at the Navy Yard. There are social media postings about young people coming out throughout the weekend, so in response to that we developed a comprehensive plan to address and put additional resources in those areas.
Now, that curfew does roll into the citywide juvenile curfew that begins at 11 p.m. every night up until 6 a.m. Throughout the week. For now, reporting here in Chinatown, I'm Yamari Sase, DC News Now.
All right, Yamari, a busy Friday night here in D.C. A live look at the Washington Monument. So much happening this weekend, including the Cherry Blossom Festival and the Rock and Roll Half Marathon.
All right, we have our chief meteorologist, Jackie Lair. My goodness, I feel like what a great way to start us off into spring and the weekend, even though we have to avoid a couple of showers.
Yes, a few rain showers later on tonight. I mean, a few of those are already sliding their way in right now, but those should clear out just in time for your Saturday plans. So that's at least the good news with that, especially if you're hoping for no more wet weather into the weekend. But here's a view right now. We do have a lot of green on this map right now, mainly scattered rain showers, especially for the eastern half of the area. However, slowly starting to see a bit more of those lightning strikes bubbling up, mainly into south and westernmost parts of Pennsylvania, but that could dive into western Maryland within the next hour or so, and then across parts of West Virginia. Eventually could be sliding into parts of northern Virginia before eventually these do subside. This is all out ahead of that cold front that will continue to clear the area later on through the overnight. So I would say it's a little bit after midnight we should be in the clear, and that's really when that cold front clears the region. The cold front, though, not bringing us a big difference in the temperatures, though, out there tomorrow. Today, though, we had those highs right around 70. Right now, still holding in the 50s to low 60s, and eventually through the overnight, upper 40s to right about 50 degrees. This is what we start off with tomorrow morning, and then we see those temperatures jumping back into those mid-upper 60s for much of the area. Could reach 70 farther south down towards Orange and Fredericksburg. But as we look towards Sunday, even warmer temperatures for the second half of the weekend. Could we get close to 80? More on that coming up.
All right, Jackie, thank you. New tonight, the longtime partner of an elderly man who was killed in a Maryland senior home is suing that facility. In the lawsuit, she accuses Kozar Senior Living of knowing the suspect, Marquise James, had been impaired on the job for months before the murder, saying employees told the facility they had concerns he was mishandling medications. Police say that James shot Robert Fuller Jr. on the morning of Valentine's Day in his apartment, and investigators say they didn't find James until he shot at a Maryland state trooper during a traffic stop days later.
Also in Maryland, D.C. Water says crews are moving into the next phase of cleanup following January's massive sewage spill in the Potomac. They say they have finished their initial cleanup along the shoreline and streams that flow into the river. Crews will now focus their attention on the C&O Canal between locks 10 and 13, removing sludge and debris.
Crews are continuing the round-the-clock work to fix a broken sewage pipe in Maryland. It created such a huge mess in Germantown, including causing a gas leak, shutting down several streets, and closing an elementary school. WSSC says the crews should be done putting in 1,000 feet of bypass piping that snakes above and below ground to take the wastewater around the broken section. Next, they're going to be removing that collapsed sewage main and replacing it with a new PVC pipe. And they're reminding families this does not impact your drinking water. And we're going to stay on top of the repairs, bring you the very latest on air and online at dcnewsnow.com. An update on a Maryland neighborhood turned community dump. Cleanup crews have been called right into Prince George's County.
A report right here in DC News Now alerted officials to that problem. And as DC News Now Tim Reed shows us, families near the Indian Head Highway are grateful for the overhaul.
This area of Indian Head Highway is now clear of trash after work crews today were out here picking up litter. People in this area complained last week about all the old furniture, old tires, beer bottles, and lots of other trash that had been thrown on the side of the road. The State Highway Administration spent several hours outside. Several trucks were on site to haul away the trash.
It was an eyesore, but now it looks very nice. It matches Fort Washington, or what we think of Fort Washington.
Lori Champion and other neighbors are thankful to see all the trash go. They voiced their frustrations to DC News Now 1 week ago, and now something's being done about it. Prince George's County Councilwoman Jolene Ivey picked up her phone, calling the state to come clear away furniture, tires, fast food litter, and bedding that's been dumped in the street.
Just recently, our community has been saturated with trash, which is appalling. I'm embarrassed to even bring my friends to the community that I love so much.
While parts of Indian Head Highway are now looking fresh and clean, we were shown some other areas where trash is being dumped, like this area off Oxon Hill Road. People living in the area are banding together to make sure something is done about it.
It shows everybody that we have pride in our community. That's what's important, and to actually bring awareness.
Neighbors say they're going to keep an eye on this area to make sure it stays clean. In Fort Washington, Maryland, Tim Reed, DC News Now.
All right, getting things done, Tim, thank you. No bond for the man accused of selling the gun to the Old Dominion University shooter. Kenya Chapman pleaded not guilty to several charges Thursday, all related to what's called straw man purchases. Prosecutors say he sold this firearms that were tied now to two crimes, the 2021 homicide in Newport News and the ODU shooting. They say he met up with and spoke to the suspect, Mohammed Jallow, multiple times. He's accused of selling the gun to Jallow for $100 the night before the shooting at the Virginia College, and they say he had a phone call with Jallow the morning of the attack. The judge ruling that Chapman is too much of a risk and should remain in jail until his trial, which is set for May 27th.
DC News Now is your local election headquarters. Early voting continues in Virginia on the referendum whether to allow a redraw of the Commonwealth's congressional districts. Governor Abigail Spanberger out at the polls today voting yes on the proposal that could give Democrats a 10-to-1 advantage over Republicans. Republicans, though, urging voters to vote against the proposal. The governor, though, says it's a temporary response to measures taken by other states.
This amendment is temporary and responsive to this moment in time where we have a president who has gone to other states seeking additional congressional seats, saying he's, quote, entitled to them.
The bottom line is this is not good for Virginia. There was a recent study done by a political scientist that said, I'm going to do an objective study of this to see what this is all about. He made, through that analysis, the conclusion that this is the most extreme gerrymander not just in the entire nation, but in the last 25 years.
Early voting continues through April 18th, and Election Day is April 21st. In the district, Mayor Muriel Bowser pushing a new bill to change some of the alcohol laws in the city. She says it will get rid of red tape and help businesses grow. That bill would allow trained 17-year-olds to sell and serve alcohol at restaurants, hotels, and taverns to customers that are not seated or standing at a bar. It would also change DC's provision allowing you to take home unfinished alcohol to include malt beverages and to include taverns. The bill would also let sports venues sell alcohol in outdoor public spaces during special events.
Let's talk about gas prices now that continue to soar. In the district, we are roughly 10 cents shy of hitting $4 a gallon. AAA reports the national average has now jumped to $3.88, marking the fastest 4-week increase on record. We are helping you stretch your dollar ahead of baseball season. The Nationals announcing several giveaways for fans showing up to the ballpark early, and that includes City Connect hockey jerseys to the first 20,000 fans who get to their game against the Giants on April 18th, a free Star Wars bobblehead of the beloved Grogu, also known more popularly as Baby Yoda. That will be on May 2nd. Chris, mark that down. We're all
got it.
On May 16th, the first 20,000 fans will get a special Alex Ovechkin bobblehead for the game against the Baltimore Orioles. And you can find all the details on our website, dcnewsnow.com. Just search Washington Nationals.